Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to General Session of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners for April 12, 2016. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Brooks.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excuse me. Thank you. Today, I don't know if there's copies out there or not. I have a couple of them up here. Today we are introducing our State of the County report for 2016. We are very excited to announce the release of the State of the County report in conjunction with April being National County Government Month. Who knew that? Anybody in the room knew that?
Yeah, a few of us.
Yeah, as we say, a couple of us that go to NACO, we knew that. But this report outlines the many ways that the county government touches the lives of the Franklin County residents on a daily basis, and we hope it will be a useful tool for the residents to see how we are doing. The report's available at report.franklincountyohio.gov, and I want to give a huge thanks to our public affairs staff and county administration for pulling it together. It's a useful document. We hope everybody gets a chance to use it, and if you need one, I have a couple up here. We also this morning want to present a resolution to a community outreach partnership, to the Community Outreach Partnership Coordinator for Lifeline of Ohio, Lauren Fitting. It is National Donate Life Month in April. So she is joined this morning by Mr. Ted Staten, and he is an ambassador for Donate Life and a transplant recipient. So if you guys want to come up, say a few words, and we have a resolution we'd like to present to you.
And Ted's also the city manager of Upper Arlington, my hometown.
President O'Grady and Commissioner Brooks, thank you so much for inviting us here today to highlight the need for organ, eye, and tissue donation. My name is Lauren Fitting, and I am the Community Outreach and Partnership Coordinator for Lifeline of Ohio, the designated organ and tissue recovery agency serving Central Ohio. On behalf of my colleagues and the nearly 670 local individuals waiting for life-saving organ transplant, I want to thank you for your support for organ, eye, and tissue donation. As a member of Donate Life Ohio, our organization works in tandem with our colleagues, both locally and nationally, to bring attention to the need for registered donors. We rely on key partnerships, such as this one, to help us connect with our community and show the need for more donors. Additionally, we hope the 2016 Transplant Games of America, which will be held in Cleveland, Ohio, June 10th through the 15th, will highlight the importance of donation and show the miracle of donation. And I do have the Transplant Games of America torch here with me today. So it is with deep gratitude that we thank you for recognizing April as Donate Life Month and for showcasing the Transplant Games. I'd now like to introduce Ted Staten.
Thank you, Lauren. President O'Grady, Commissioner Brooks, thank you so much for helping to call attention to this important cause. It's happening all over Ohio this month as a result of this being Donate Life Month. I was told last night by Lauren's boss that they'll do 27 events in 30 days in April to call attention to this. Commissioner Brooks noted that by day I'm the city manager of Upper Arlington, but I'm also a father, a brother, a husband, a son, a bad golfer, all roles of life that were jeopardized by my kidney disease. And 2.5 years ago, I received the life-giving gift of a kidney pancreas transplant, which has dramatically changed my life. And so, as a consequence, I spend some time when I'm freed from Upper Arlington City Hall to serve as an ambassador to help spread the word about donation. Occasionally, I have the privilege of spreading that word with the parents of my donor. My donor was a young woman named Sydney Williams who died tragically in an automobile accident. She was a Gahanna High School senior 2.5 years ago when she passed away as a result of a distracted driving episode. So her parents have made it a cause of theirs to educate people not only about donation, but about the perils of distracted driving as well. So this is a very important message. I participated in a ceremony last night at the Upper Arlington City Council meeting, and I said, after my last remark was that I intended to do a little enforcement, and I was going to check driver's licenses as people left the room to make sure there's that little mark that shows that you're an organ donor. But it's incredibly important to call attention to it. It's incredibly important for people to donate because of the number of people who are still waiting for transplants to save their lives. So again, thank you very much for calling attention to it and for having us here today. Lastly, I know we're recognizing the transplant games. I intend to participate. And once I saw that there was a 20K bike race for 60 and above, and I'm a recent 60, I just turned 60 several months ago, so I think I'm going to be competitive in that 12K race. Again, thank you very much.
Fantastic.
That's fantastic.
Well, Ted and Lauren, thanks for being here today. Ted, I'm a tissue recipient. And so anybody who knows me, and frankly most people who don't know me, know that I've had a pretty sordid medical history over the years. I've had a number of incidents, a couple open heart surgeries and things of that nature. But my wife knows, and my what do you call it? My medical what is it called? My
Team.
the document that I sign every time I have surgery at Ohio State that lets them know that they know that I would like to donate whatever might be still usable since I've had so many issues over the years. I don't know what they can use of mine, but having been a recipient and received tissue back in 1999 that allowed me to be here today, it's a big deal. And so for those of you who haven't considered it, you should consider donating your tissue. We see in the news every day, as we did this week with the shooting of Officer Smith, that these type of things are on the front page. Not that I have any idea if that's what's going on now, but the point is that those type of things bring to mind the need for this type of a thing. And so thank you for being here. We are tickled that you're here. Good luck with the games, and good luck for you with the games too. You can do it.
Just a quick question. If someone, there's several years that intervene when you renew your license. So if someone's out there and didn't check that box and they'd like to, and oops, someone's calling to check the box. Sorry. How would they do that in the interim?
Well, I'll take a shot, and if I'm wrong, Lauren will correct me. You can go to the Lifeline of Ohio website and donate online, or you can go to the Bureau of Motor Vehicle website and register online. So
you don't have to wait.
You do not have to wait.
That's good.
Please
to know.
don't.
Yeah,
wait.
great.
That's great.
Let's check.
Come up and make a presentation, get a picture with you.
I'm better on a bicycle.
Yeah.
All right, need a motion for the approval of the minutes of the October 29th, 2015 administrative session, the November 17th, November 24th, December 15th, March 15th, and March 22nd, 2016 general sessions. I'm sorry, those November and December dates were in 2015. If we get a motion for the approval of those minutes.
I'll move to approve those minutes.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
The minutes have been approved.
All right, the drainage engineer.
Resolution number 252-16, approval of a plat of drainage easement for the Cautela subdivision, Blendon Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning, Cornell.
My name is Cornell Robertson, representing County Drainage Engineer Dean Ringel. Commissioners, this subdivision is in the northeast part of the county in Blendon Township, west of Lee Road. This resolution is for a drainage easement that will allow for the drainage of the whole subdivision and is supported by the township, the developer, and the adjacent property owners.
Move for passage of Resolution 252-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 252-16 has been adopted.
Thanks, Cornell.
Thank you.
Sheriff's Office.
Resolution number 253-16, resolution authorizing a service agreement implementation, licensing and maintenance agreement, and a three-party master beneficiary escrow service agreement with Intellitech Corporation for a jail management system in amount of $1,786,251.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dave Masterson, Director of Administrative Services for Sheriff Scott. Passage of this resolution will enable the Sheriff's Office to pursue the implementation of a new jail management system to allow for enhanced inmate tracking. The system will have the capability to provide the Sheriff's Office staff with up-to-date information pertaining to booking and releasing, updating, prisoner housing invoicing, commissary visitation, and inmate movement, to name a few. One of the functions we're most looking forward to is the ability to have more detailed access to inmate social service needs so the property community resources can be provided to hopefully reduce recidivism. This is a 5-year contract. Most of the outlay will be in the first year, with the next 4 years pertaining to the annual maintenance. And with me today is Chief Stobart, as well as some of his staff, if you have any other questions or would like further information.
Well, this need almost goes back to Sheriff Carnes, so I'm glad we're finally getting around to getting it done, and you think this will do the job.
We're very much looking forward to it. We've had a lot of conversations with Intellitech, who's going to be the vendor. So we are very, very happy to be moving forward.
Great, me too. Move for passage of Resolution 253-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 253-16 has been adopted.
Domestic Relations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution number 254-16, resolution authorizing a contract extension for parenting seminars in the amount of $42,170.76.
Good morning, Commissioners. Barb Reeves, Deputy Director. This contract with Action for Children provides parenting classes for parents seeking a divorce, legal separation, annulment, or the allocation of parental rights. This contract was originally bid through the Purchasing Department in 2013. This resolution is for a 1-year contract extension with 1 year remaining, and the rate remains unchanged.
And they've done a really good job.
They've done a great job.
Yeah, we really needed this. Move for passage of Resolution 254-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 254-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 255-16, resolution authorizing a contract modification with ICS Jail Supplies Incorporated for juvenile inmate aids and clothing for inmates at JDC.
This contract modification is to replace a deodorant that was previously bid but now is no longer available by the manufacturer. Pending any questions, the court requests the approval of this resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 255-16.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 255-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Barb. Franklin County Data Center.
Resolution number 256-16, resolution authorizing a contract with Intellinetics Incorporated for the software upgrade to the enterprise imaging solution in the amount of $42,272.40.
Good morning, Commissioners. Julie Lust with the Data Center. This contract will allow us to upgrade the IntelliView imaging application, which is utilized by 16 of the county agencies for document imaging, storage, and retrieval. It will provide enhancements such as point-and-click workflow, enhanced text searching, improved document retention, and increased data privacy and protection. The vendor Intellinetics is a trusted Franklin County vendor that we've utilized for years, and they will have the upgrade complete by June 7th.
Great. Move for passage of Resolution 25616.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 256-16 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks, Julie. Public Defender.
Resolution number 257-16, resolution authorizing a transfer of general fund appropriations for prior year obligations.
Good morning, Commissioners. Christy Clarizio with the Franklin County Public Defender's Office. This request for additional appropriations in the amount of $84,481 is needed to meet our payment obligations for work started in 2015 and not completed by year-end 2015. The contract to work with MAPS is to our case management system, and it should be completed in the second quarter of 2016. Pending any questions, I request your approval of this resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 25716.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 257-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sanitary Engineer.
Resolution number 258-16, resolution approving plans and authorizing the advertisement for bids for the Monty Beck and Brown Road East Sanitary Sewer Rectification Completion Effort.
Good morning, Commissioner. Stephen Renner with the Sanitary Engineering Department. This resolution we're very excited about, asking for your approval to get the bids out on the street for the rectification of both the Brown Road East and the Moneyback sewers infrastructure.
Move for passage of Resolution 25816.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 258-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 259-16, resolution authorizing a service agreement between the Economic Development and Planning Department and the Franklin County Public Health Department for water quality partnership services.
Thank you. This resolution is simply to give the Public Health Department the authorization it needs to actually use the CDBG funds so we can move the connection phase forward for the Leonard Park water distribution system.
That's been a long time coming, too.
Yeah.
Good.
That's right, Commissioner.
Move for passage of Resolution 25916.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 259-16 has been adopted.
Commissioners, thank you.
Economic Development and Planning.
Resolution number 260-16, resolution adopting the 2016 Housing and Urban Development Annual Action Plan and amending the county's 2015 Annual Action Plan.
Morning, Commissioners. Director James Schimmer, joined at the dais this morning by Rollin Seward, our Assistant Director. Commissioners, as you know, this is actually the first resolution this morning that indicates how we will spend our CDBG money through the course of the year. And I wanted to make certain that the audience knows, as well as the general public knows, that we have a very open process, one that begins with an analysis of geographic areas in the county that are in need of assistance, and we convene the Community Development Advisory Panel to help guide us. And I think one of the things, Commissioner, and I know Commissioner Brooks, you were concerned about the issue of poverty elimination, and I just wanted to speak to that for a second. Again, I think as we work through our CDBG funding for the year, we're specifically focusing and targeting geographic areas throughout the county. And we also have the ability to amend contracts so that we can look at that issue specifically. And I just wanted to make sure we were going to tell you that we are addressing that through our process.
And I think one of the other issues that I raised regarding that is that the bulk of this money, the vast majority of this money, it goes to the largest urban city, and that's, of course, Columbus in Franklin County. So we have to have a pretty close collaboration. Otherwise, we're just dealing with fringe areas, really. where poverty is not the greatest problem for the most part.
Right.
So I know that you do that coordination, but I think that we are in need of doing even more because we know we have a very significant growing poverty problem here in Franklin County, and it's mostly in our urban core area.
Correct, and we hear you loud and clear.
Thank you.
Our budget for 2016 is $2.9 million. We'll do projects for low-income homeowners, economic development activities, public services such as Meals on Wheels and financial literacy, infrastructure projects such as road improvement projects, and bringing online new affordable low-income rental units. To implement the projects this year, we work with 24 partners, local nonprofits, other county agencies, and local units of government. The action plan will impact families, youth, the disabled, businesses, and bring online, again, new affordable low-income rental units. Our program period is April 1st through March 31st. Citizens can review our plan on our webpage, development.franklincountyohio.gov, development.franklincountyohio.gov, or call our office at 614-525-5578, 614-255-5578. Any questions, I request approval of this resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 26016.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 260-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 261-16, resolution authorizing a funding agreement with Homes on the Hill for the Prairie Franklin Homes housing project to construct 4 single-family homes under the county's Home Community Housing Development Organization Reserve Program in the amount of $190,731.37.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Jordan Frace with Economic Development and Planning. This loan agreement is supported with federal funds. Homes on the Hill is a proven partner in developing green housing for low-income homeowners. This project will impact 4 housing units, either with new construction or rehabilitation. Homes on the Hill, they utilize the county's Green Aware and Universal Design Manual in developing the units. The housing units will comply with the county's commitment to sustainability as embodied in Resolution 68306. All these houses will be marketed for sale to households whose income is 80% and below the area's median income. Successful homeowner must successfully complete housing counseling and home buyer education class. Pending any questions, I request approval of this resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 26116.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 261-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 262-16, resolution authorizing one-year agreement to support annual Youth Lemonade Day, Franklin County, a youth entrepreneur initiative in the amount of $15,000.
This agreement is supported with federal funds. This is the 3rd year of the Youth Lemonade Day in Franklin County. The purpose of this program is to provide entrepreneurial training to the business leaders of tomorrow. They're going to learn how to develop a business plan, how to secure investors, how to create a product, and marketing skills. This year, the Lemonade Day takes place on Saturday, July 16th, and we have Kurt Caffey of the National CEO Leadership Institute to report on the outcomes for the year and his plans for the year.
We'll have Kurt.
Keeps getting better every year. I didn't hear saving, but I think the kids are learning to save too.
Yes, that's one of the S's.
My kids.
Save.
My daughter does a lemonade day about 4 days a week and spends it as soon as she gets it. I can't get her to save it.
Well, good morning, President O'Grady, Commissioner Brooks. It gives me great pleasure to be here this morning to represent the 1,000 of youth that's out there, that the young entrepreneurs, I call them, who has participated in the Franklin County Youth Lemonade Day event. Last year was a growing year over the first year, and we came in with some very good stats. I don't want to bore you with all of them, but I think the main thing in terms of participation, we had about 1,200 participants that participated. We increased our workshops to 7. This year we're increasing them to 9. We're going to have 9 workshops to kind of accommodate different areas within Franklin County. We did have a lot of excitement on Facebook. We had 77,000 Facebook viewers, 66,000 that we reached. So the awareness of this event is truly getting out there. We are expanding the event a little bit. This year we're going to have a recreation center competition to kind of see who's making the best lemonade among the recreation centers. We're also looking at having lemonade at the State House as another way to bring awareness to our young entrepreneurs. We've also been invited to bring out some of our selected winners to the U.S. Senior Golf Tournament, which we was very happy to receive that call from Mr. Jeff Saab of Privet. One of the standout areas last year was savings. The first year we had the kids save $389.09. The second year they saved $1,104.
That's awesome.
So somebody's catching on. At the workshops, we share with the youth about spending, saving, and sharing. And this year we're going to mix it up and add educate, engage, and empowerment. Because we want them to realize that this is a beginning stage, but the bigger stage involves education, engagement, and empowerment. So we'll be moving in that direction. We have a couple of newcomers this year in terms of support, Tel Ohio Credit Union and Microsoft. As mentioned earlier, the event is July the 16th, which is the main event. Registration opens on May the 25th. So anyone wanting to get on board, May 25th is the registration open, and our website for that is youthlemonadeday.com for ages 5 through 18. So again, we're excited. We really thank the Board of Commissioners for your continued support of these young entrepreneurs. And then lastly, what just kind of burst my bubble was the article in Austin, Texas, of a 12-year-old young lady who had a lemonade stand, grandma's recipe. She was then, her family packaged the lemonade up into a business plan, took it to Shark Tank. Damon invested $60,000 into her business. A couple months later, she received a $11 million contract from Whole Foods to put her lemonade in 55 of their stores. So that was very exciting because you would think lemonade, but it's obviously a viable business. So we're going to try and find that entrepreneur, young entrepreneur in our community.
And the families, I've seen some of them, they're like, it's our secret recipe.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
There really is competition over that. $11 million, folks. Get your kids signed up.
Yes, yes. And then lastly, the real highlight from last year was when I went by one of the stands and I saw Grandma, Grandpa, I'm assuming the other young man was Uncle Bob, and we had Auntie Amy, you know, but the point being, it's an event for the whole family, for the whole community, and we just want Franklin County residents to be supportive of it and come out and support the kids on July 16th.
That's great stuff, Kurt. We had, last year we had a kid here who was, 8 years old, growing mushrooms, selling mushrooms? Does anybody remember that? So there's a lot of youth entrepreneurs in this town. This is a great program to be able to promote that, and you guys are doing a fantastic job. It gets better and better every year. So I'm the only one who remembers the young gentleman who came here last year, and he started growing mushrooms in the basement and started selling them at the farmers markets. Oh, bummer. Anyway, it's good stuff, and we're really looking forward to it. Got it marked on July 16th, so.
That's correct.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Kurt.
Move for passage of Resolution 26216.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 262-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 263-16, resolution awarding a loan agreement with the Community Housing Network for the West Rehabilitation Project in the amount of $250,000.
Commissioners, the loan agreement is supported with federal funds. The county pledged over $1 million to assist CHN in its major preservation program for rental units for low-income residents with disabilities. This loan agreement is for the last installment of the pledge to support this program. The CHN West target area will impact 65 rental units. The total cost for this phase is approximately $8.4 million. The project is anticipated to impact 161 jobs, and we have Samantha Schuler here from CHN to give us an update on the overall preservation program.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Samantha Schuler. I'm the CEO of Community Housing Network, and on behalf of CHN and all our residents, I just want to thank you and let you know how grateful we are. This project actually has 6 phases, and so this loan agreement is for the last of those 6 phases. We started the rehab 5 years ago, and the total rehab is over 400 units of permanent supportive housing. So we were able to preserve them as affordable, protect the initial investment, improve neighborhoods, but most importantly, we positively impacted people's lives. CHN serves people who are all disabled. 85% have been homeless or at risk of homelessness, and their average income when they come into our housing is less than $5,000 a year. So it's the community's most vulnerable, one of their most vulnerable populations, and so your funding helped us leverage $55 million to invest and save this resource, and we greatly appreciate it.
Well, thanks for your presentation at briefing. We saw a wonderful film depicting the people who are served and the scope of the need. So you're doing a great job. It's a tough job, and we just need more and more of this type of housing. We have a crisis in this community regarding low and moderate affordable housing, and you're helping with that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Happy to move for passage of Resolution 26316.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 263-16 has been adopted.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Homeland Security and Justice Programs.
Resolution number 264-16, resolution authorizing a sub-grant award and contract with the City of Columbus for the purchase of evidence-based community supervision training and related materials and supplies through the FY 2013 Justice Assistance Grant in the amount of $13,282.
Good morning, Commissioners. Melissa Pearson on behalf of the Franklin County Homeland Security and Justice Programs. In alignment with best practices in community supervision, the Franklin County Municipal Court Probation Department is transitioning to an evidence-based model of community supervision, which focuses much more on probationer outcomes and using probation officers as change agents. Funding through this JAG contract will support the training of not only municipal court probation officers, but common pleas probation officers, members of the jail staff, along with a member from our office, and will assist with the purchase of workbook materials. This transition is an evidence-based this transition in the municipal court is an evidence-based transition and aligns extremely well with the National Stepping Up Initiative, along with the findings and recommendations from the Council of State Governments Justice and Behavioral Health Report. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval.
Sounds like you're stretching a modest amount of money pretty far.
Doing our best.
Thank you. Thank you. Move for passage of Resolution 26416.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 264-16 has been adopted.
Thanks, Commissioners.
Public Facilities Management.
Resolution number 265-16, resolution authorizing recycling of information technology equipment declared obsolete by the Franklin County Automatic Data Processing Board.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jim Goodnow with Public Facilities Management. Commissioners, periodically this agency is asked to assist the county's data center with the disposal of obsolete or non-functioning IT equipment. We recycle the items consistent with the board's commitment to promote sustainable actions and zero landfill policy. Pending any questions, we ask your approval to dispose of this e-waste.
Move for passage of Resolution 26516.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 265-16 has been adopted.
I would also maybe suggest at this time, Commissioners, like to remind the public that this, Saturday, April 23rd, 9 a.m. to noon, Huntington Park, we'll be having our 4th annual recycling event for this type of IT equipment, or really anything with a plug is what we would like to say. You can bring that by.
And it's amazing what people bring in.
Indeed.
We had a first, I think last year, a first-generation Apple computer. Literally. I mean, I think it was a collector's item. Somebody grabbed it. Right?
We'll take it if it has a plug in
Right,
general.
that's a plug.
Okay.
Come and help.
Resolution number 266-16, resolution authorizing a contract extension with AVI Food Systems Incorporated for the provision of cafeteria, cafe, catering, and vending systems in facilities housing Franklin County operations.
Commissioners, this agency is recommending your approval of a one-year extension of the contract with the firm charged with operating our cafeteria and vending operations. The company has complied with all the performance requirements built into our agreement. They continue to make the capital investment for equipment we included in the contract. They've been good partners in working with our benefits department and promoting programs that focus on educating consumers and making healthy food selections. Pending any questions, we ask your approval of this contract extension.
Move for passage of Resolution 26616.
Second.
Moved and seconded in voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 266-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Human Resources.
Resolution number 267-16, resolution approving personnel actions.
Good morning, Commissioners. Rob Young, representing Human Resources. Have the following personnel actions. Department of Animal Care and Control, 1 new hire. Child Support Enforcement Agency, 3 new hires, 1 promotion, 1 name change, and 1 retirement. Department of Job and Family Services, 6 new hires, 1 transfer within the agency, 1 rate increase, and 1 resignation. Public Facilities Management, 1 promotion, and Sanitary Engineering, 2 new hires. Pending any questions, I request approval of the resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 26716.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 267-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Purchasing Department.
Resolution number 268-16, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $826,540.23.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Balnier, representing the Purchasing Department. The resolution before you requests the approval of 93 purchase orders. These purchase orders have been pre-certified as to the availability of funds by the county auditor. Pending any questions, we recommend their approval.
Just a little tiny, was it 23 cents or 73?
73.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay. You said 23.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just want to get in the record. Every penny counts around here. Move for passage of Resolution 26816.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 268-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 269-16, resolution authorizing a transfer of funds from the general fund to the wireless 911 fund for the payment of interest earnings from calendar year 2015.
Good morning. Excuse me. Good morning, Commissioner. Zach Chleric with the Office of Management and Budget. This resolution will transfer $1,166.43 from the general fund to the wireless 911 fund for distribution of the interest earnings to the 4 municipalities that operate the primary public service answering points. If any questions, would ask your approval of this resolution.
I just have a quick question that I forgot to ask in briefing. This, is spread, this $1,000 is really a relatively small amount of money. Is there any way to be more cost efficient about distributing it? Because I'm sure it cost us more to distribute it than the amount of money.
We build in that internal cost when we calculate the interest earnings, so we kind of deduct that from the gross. So we do take that into account as part of the distribution. And then we bundle it with one of the monthly distributions, so we're not sending out it separately.
But it still costs more to distribute it, those small amounts of money. Just a thought. All right. I know it's probably been discussed before, but I just counting the pennies again. Ben Franklin's our namesake. Move for passage of Resolution 26916.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 269-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 270-16, resolution authorizing an advance of cash from the Workers' Compensation Fund to the Workers' Compensation Revolving Fund for the payment of the county's 2015 retrospective claims costs.
This resolution will provide an advance of cash in the amount of $786,335 and is necessary to allow county agencies adequate time to review their claims costs before those costs are charged to the agency. These are for claims for when the county participated in the Bureau's retrospective rating plan, which would be for claims that occurred prior to April 1st, 2012. These claims have a 10-year kind of run out, so we'll be responsible for a few more years. So the amount that's charged for this year is for claims that were incurred during 2015. Pending any questions, would ask your approval of this resolution.
Move for passage of Resolution 27016.
Second.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution number 270-16 has been adopted.
Antoine, do we have any journalizations?
We have one.
Okay.
From the Economic Development and Planning Department, case number ANX-EXP2-08-16, an expedited Type 2 annexation position, ANX-EXP2-08-16, was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on April 7, 2016. The petition is requesting to annex 387 plus or minus acres from Brown Township to the city of Hilliard. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on May 10, 2016. Site 7380 Scioto Darby Creek Road, PID number 120-000-335, and 4427 Elliott Road, PID number 120-000-199.
All right, with no other business, that concludes our meeting for April 12th. See everybody next week.
Thank you, sir.